The House will come to order. The pledge will be led by Jenna Lowry, Colorado State University, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Please join me in saying the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Kohler, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt. Here. Becker J. Okay. Becker K. Brown. Buck. Buckner. Buckner excused. Carver. Conti. Corum. Court. Danielson. Bill Grosso. Dorr. Representative Dorr. Duran. Esgar. Everett. Fields. Representative Fields. Foote. Garnett. Janal. Hamner. Humphrey. Joshi. Kagan. Representative Kagan. Okay. Kaiser. Klingenschmidt. Representative Klingenschmidt. Might not be loud. I feel like my voice is...
I don't know, I'm sitting right next to you, so it's pretty...
Representative Klingenschmidt, excused.
Kraft Tharp. Oh. Representative Klingenschmidt. You want me to get him to say aye?
He's here.
All right, he's here. Representative Landgraf. Lawrence. Oh, I did. Lebsock.
They do,
Lee.
because otherwise we can't find them.
Lontine. Lundeen. McCann. Melton. Mitch Bush. Moreno. Navarro.
Thank you.
Neville. Nordberg. Pabon. Pedersen. Primavera. Priola. Rankin. Ransom. Rosenthal. Rupe. Ryden. Sane. Salazar. Sias. Singer. Tate. Thurlow. Tyler. Van Winkle. Vigil. Willett. Williams. Wilson. Windholz. Winter. Young. Madam Speaker.
Here.
Representative Klingenschmidt is present. Yeah.
With 64 present, 1 excused, a quorum is present. Representative Lontine.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning, everyone. Madam Speaker, I move that the reading of the Journal of Wednesday, March 4th, 2015 be dispensed with, and that it be approved as corrected by the chief clerk.
You have heard the motion that the journal be adopted as corrected by the chief clerk. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Motion passed. Announcements and introductions. The speaker has one announcement, and I'd ask everybody to please take their seats. We're going to have a tribute to begin announcements and introductions today. But one thing I'd like to ask you all to do, is everybody listening? Could we have order, please? Thank you. I know you all like to run around and visit with everybody during roll call, and that's just fine. But when they call your name, would you please holler out here, appropriate to the noise level, so that we can hear you up here, because it's very hard for Mr. Kohler and the chief clerk to find you in the room if they don't hear you. So please be mindful of that in the future. And we now have further announcements and introductions. Representative Arndt.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is absolutely my pleasure to introduce the Return Peace Corps volunteer group that we have here today. And to avoid a fine, I won't name names. Eventually, I will tell all the countries that we have represented here. We do have a tribute that 54 years ago this week, our nation launched an effort that would forever change the way Americans see the world and the way the world sees us. This week, our nation pays tribute to the more than 220,000 men and women who have served in 140 different countries around the world in the United States Peace Corps. And I'm absolutely proud to call myself a returned Peace Corps volunteer. I served in Morocco from 1990 to 1992. These Americans embody our country's finest tradition of service, fostering hope, goodwill, and friendship in the farthest corners of the world. Today, presently, 6,818 Americans, including 236 Coloradans, are currently serving across the globe, helping people help themselves in the spirit of sustainable and responsible development. The members of the Colorado General Assembly commend and congratulate Peace Corps for 54 years of encouraging progress, creating opportunity, fostering mutual respect, and understanding throughout the world. We also have something in the Peace Corps that we call the third goal. And when you return home from the Peace Corps, you're not done serving. Part of your service continues the rest of your life, and that is to come back to the United States and educate people in the United States about the country that you served in. So today we have our Peace Corps volunteer group over here, and they're representing countries they served in Nigeria, Georgia, Sierra Leone, Western Russia, Cameroon, Kenya, Nicaragua, the Philippines, and Morocco. So here's a big hand to the RPCVs. Also, I want you to know, members, when I retire, I'm going straight back in the Peace Corps. They accept people of any age, and we all look for you to serve your state and your country in the Peace Corps when you retire. So, thank you.
Welcome, Peace Corps volunteers. Is there further discussion or announcement relative to the Peace Corps tribute? Representative Salazar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And a few years back, a couple of my friends who are present, but I know I can't name names lest I get a fine, they left to Nicaragua for the Peace Corps. And they were there for a long time, and I haven't seen them in forever. And so they're here today. And so if you look over to my right, and maybe they'll wave because I can't say their names, we could welcome them back. Hey, how you guys doing? I love you guys.
Just on the edge, Representative Salazar, just on the edge. Further announcements and introductions relative to the Peace Corps? Not relative to the Peace Corps. Okay, Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And please join me in congratulating the Colorado Association of Commerce and Industry in their 50th anniversary. They're here in the gallery right now. They brought Voodoo Donuts earlier today. And And if you would not only join me in thanking them right now, but as captains of industry that were the front lines of bringing Colorado from 40th in job creation to 4th in job creation, they continue to do their great work and make the rest of us look good. So please join them on the west steps of the Capitol today at 12 p.m. To celebrate their 50th anniversary and to celebrate us going forward. And I'd be remiss if I didn't announce also a welcome to my city council member, Bonnie Findlay, who's one of the members. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Singer, and welcome Casey, and that's a $2 fine. Representative Buck.
Madam Speaker, I have others.
Representative Lawrence and Representative Landgraf.
I have to tell you, is it not a beautiful sight to see the lovely women in red? I want to welcome the Colorado Federation of Republican Women. Because of them, we are here. And I also want to say that 41% of the Colorado delegation is women. So just want to thank them for being here, and I'm sure my colleagues have something else to say.
Representative Lawrence.
I just want to join Representative Buck in welcoming you all down here. I really appreciate all the time and effort that you put into the work that you do for your communities and for the state of Colorado, and thank you for your time and your efforts.
Representative Landgraf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. She sort of stole my thunder. I wanted to welcome you here, of course, and also acknowledge your contributions, the individual clubs who I know have done things from packets for veterans to welfare to work activities. I know that's one that our club is always excels in. And it's just so nice to see all of you, and looking forward to having lunch with you today.
Representative Buck.
Just real quickly, I would like you all to know that Representative Polly Lawrence is your assistant minority leader. You've got Lois Landgraf, who is your caucus chair, and you got me, who's a whip. So, thank you.
Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning, colleagues. This evening, Ski Country, Colorado Ski Country USA, will be having their annual legislative reception at Palace over at the Denver Art Museum from 5 to 7. Ski Country is comprised of almost all the ski areas, except for Vail, in Colorado, and of course is a major, major part of our economy. Plus, they provide a lot of fun for everyone. So, see you there.
Representative Kaiser.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And as some of the women leadership mentioned just a second ago, we do have all the ladies from the Colorado Federation of Republican Women. I would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity and risk a fine, perhaps, but welcome the women from Jeffco. Some of that are up in the gallery, some of that are down here on the floor. Judy Merkel, Dee Oltzman, Catherine Eisenberger, Mary Clark, Deidre Harper, Jan Brewer, Karen Mill, Beverly McAdams. If there's a fine involved, I assure you that it is well worth the cost. So thank you. Welcome, ladies from Jeffco.
Yeah. Representative Kaiser, how many people did you introduce there? I'll give you a bargain. That's a $5 fine. So, Representative Moreno, or you're not, okay, Representative Williams.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Business Affairs and Labor, we will meet today at 1:30. We've added a bill, so we'll have two. We'll hear House Bill 151002 and House Bill 151223. We'll see you at 1:30. Thank you.
Representative Melton and Representative Everett.
Hey, you ready? Hey, Corey. Here.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Members, as always on Thursday, we'd like to give you the friendly reminder that tomorrow is Bow Tie Polo Friday. As you can see from my very stylish colleague who came in today in his bow tie, this is a great look to have. Please join us tomorrow by joining in.
So I decided not only for CFRW Day at the Capitol, this just goes out to my colleagues on the left. This is so I don't get Christmas treat. I'm preempting it. The red and the green. Thank you. What?
I'm about to get.
Representative Williams, do you want to take part in this useless announcement and introduction? Yes, Madam Chair. Please proceed.
Hi, Angela.
Madam Speaker, you know, each week these two come up and they announce the bow tie. And I don't even think they mentioned bolos today. And you know, there's women in this chamber, and so I'm concerned about ensuring that women get to participate on Fridays, and I believe that you should not approve Bow Tie Day until they figure out how to integrate women into this program.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Representative Everett for one response only.
So we are adding bow tie, bolo, and how about scarf Friday? Scarf Friday. So thank you, Representative Williams, for bringing that. We are always looking for gender equality here in this chamber.
Representative Williams, one more response.
Representative
only.
Everett, I think that's a very good suggestion. However, I will only agree with that if Madam Speaker will agree with that.
Madam Speaker has been otherwise occupied during this discussion, so I'm not committing to anything, and I'll stand by that. So, Representative Lundeen, do you have something important to tell us at the mic?
I do, Madam Speaker, and although I'm sure this will garner me a fine, the amount of the fine is small in comparison to the infinite value of the individuals that I would like to acknowledge and recognize on the floor today. We have a couple of very hardworking ladies from El Paso County who are making our county a better county. Marcia Brewer and Mary Bradfield are here. I want to acknowledge them on the House floor, and I would be willing to accept a fine much larger than I'm sure I will be fined. Madam
Yes, sir.
Speaker.
$2, please. Other announcements and introductions. Representative Kagan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the House Judiciary Committee, please note that House Bill 1061 from Van Winkle regarding record sealing in municipal domestic violence cases is not to be heard this afternoon and has been taken off the calendar temporarily with the full acquiescence of the sponsor.
Representative Young.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Appropriations members, we are meeting tomorrow morning, 8:15, bright and sharp. We have several bills on the agenda. You can see them printed in the calendar for today. I am at the sponsor orders request laying over House Bill 151120, so that will not be considered tomorrow morning, but the other 9 will be. We'll see you at 8:15.
Further announcements and introductions. Representative Carver.
Thank you. I want to recognize if the ladies in red from El Paso County could stand. And some of you have been acknowledged already, but there is no harder working group for a campaign or a candidate than the Republican ladies in red from El Paso County. So thank you for being here.
That's a $2 fine, Representative Carver. Representative Danielson.
Thank you, Madam. Excuse me. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I just wanted to recognize that today is Reproductive Freedom Lobby Day, and so you're going to have some constituents wanting to visit with you about some bills, but also there is a lunch, and we want you to attend if you can. It's going to be at 12:30 p.m. at the Presbyterian Church. So hopefully you'll be able to join with them and discuss some of these really critical issues. Thank you very much.
Further announcements. Representative Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I, too, would like to recognize some ladies in red from House District 60 over here on my far right. If they'd stand, please. We're glad that they are here. And catch this, folks. The ladies in red brought some fantastic pastries and coffee and juice and so forth. That happens to be in room 212. So if you want some pastries and coffee and so forth, that's in room 212 upon adjournment.
$2 fine, Representative Wilson. Representative Brown.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And today is Chamber Day at the Capitol. And there may be some folks from the Chambers of Commerce. I know they'll be speaking on the West Steps at noon. So you might be sure and get in on that. And I'd also like to introduce some ladies from House District 59. If you would stand up, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Representative Brown, $2. Representative Sane.
Thank you, members. I am so pleased to introduce the fine ladies of Weld County, who are real fighters, and sure appreciate you being here. I also wanted to mention that Representative Court said that for us ladies, if we want to borrow a bolo tie, she has got plenty in the majority office. I plan on borrowing one tomorrow myself. They're very lovely. So that's the extent of my announcement today.
$2 fine, Representative Sane. And our jar is getting very big, but could be bigger if everybody paid their bills. We'll do collections here pretty soon. Representative Moreno, Mr. Assistant Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I believe Representative Everett wore red and green today because Christmas has come early, members. We have a present for all of you. This is an Oprah moment. You have all got a new car.
Representative Moreno, 2 seconds. This might be important. Order, please.
You're about to get a new car. This is very important. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Actually, except it's not a car. It's a rule book. And our chief clerk has it on display, our Vanna White. Members, this is the rule book, the updated rule book for this year. You have a brief homework assignment this weekend to read your rule book. They are being passed out to you on your desks as we speak. So please take your rule book home, sleep with it if you're so inclined, but certainly read it and know the rules of the House, which would have come in handy today. So thank you.
So, folks, as you read your rules, which I know is just very exciting reading, actually it can be very exciting, as you noticed yesterday and you will some other times during the session. The rule on introductions is on page 11. It's Rule 23, so you might want to review that one. Further announcements and introductions. Representative Melton first, and then Representative Court. Sorry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And Mr. Assistant Majority Leader, you promised a car. Homework is not a car.
Okay. Representative Court.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to defend Marilyn, our chief clerk. She is lots prettier and a zillion times smarter than Vanna.
Representative Moreno.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And Representative Melton, I apologize. I think that's under Rule 16B that you don't actually get a car, you get a rule book. But members, just also the rule book is available on your iPad, so you know that as well. Thank you.
Representative Quorum. Are any further announcements and introductions? Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, there is a lunch today that you're all invited to by the Metropolitan State University of Denver at noon. They're going to be talking about the impact on the hospitality sector, and that's in HCR 0109. So we hope to see you there. It's going to be right before our bipartisan press conference on workforce development at 1 o'clock. And with that, I move to stand
Madam
in
Majority
recess
Leader,
until...
actually, if you give me 2 seconds, I happen to have an announcement. So,
Perfect, all right.
Anybody else have announcements or introductions? I have two. One, I'm announcing that there's an additional co-prime sponsor on House Bill 1230. It will be Senator Cook co-priming with Senator Heath on House Bill 1230. Also, Representative Kay Becker will replace Representative Buckner on the Judiciary Committee for today only. Other announcements and introductions? Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stand in recess until 1 p.m. today.
The motion is to stand in recess until 1 p.m. today. See no objection, so ordered.